Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage.
It's something powerful to wake up to the smell of bacon, especially making it yourself. You feel like the man and the kind of the woman. Yeah, because you're supplying the bacon and you're cooking it and you're eating it.
Try and plug one of these things and it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Which one should I unplug?
The black one. I'm just kidding. Damn, dude, there goes my grandma in Florida. I can't believe you just did that.
I was keeping her alive.
Yeah.
You got her plugged in. I get it.
Oh, wow. What about a sex shop called The Plug?
I'm sure it's a thing. Yeah, definitely.
What about a sexy bar that you can bring your dog to
Okay.
called The Plugged Pug?
The plugged pug.
That and it's right next to the Brutal Poodle.
The puppy plug.
Yeah.
That sounds like someone who sells dogs. The puppy.
Yeah, the puppy plug.
Yeah.
I know they call them puppy mills.
Yeah, like where they breed them.
They just turn them and burn them, you know? Keep them coming.
Yeah, but the puppy plug is like probably like a Dominican guy that comes and collects.
It's somehow sketchier than the dog factory.
Probably.
Just a guy doing it
He's
solo dolo.
He's got him in his inside jacket.
Yeah. Fuck, that one's not alive.
Yeah. Oh no, dude.
Yeah.
My kids have gotten into, I don't know. We pay for thousands of TV channels and they just watch fucking YouTube all day. I hate it because the stuff on YouTube is like SpongeBob is stupid. You know what I mean? But at least SpongeBob has a story.
Yeah.
Like it has a beginning, a middle, and you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
for sure.
it has a story.
It's an arc. Each episode, there's like a
Right.
something that happens.
Right. The shit that's on YouTube is just like we're just gonna be retarded for 45 minutes.
It's not feeding us anything good.
Yeah.
It's making, I think, actually us very dumb as a people.
for sure.
I think YouTube is the most watched thing now too.
Oh, easily.
Right?
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah,
that crazy?
I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube. I mean, I watch mostly YouTube too. But,
Really?
But it's like debates and podcasts and
Yeah. But that's why I think it's doing so well. Is
Yeah,
it's got everything, dude.
yeah.
You can watch somebody make
and they
like
have
a
like YouTube TV even where you can just get regular channels.
really
Yeah.
that exists.
Yeah.
Oh, they got you for the NBA though, right?
No, I don't think they have altitude sports.
Really?
Yeah, no, I have Comcast because
You do have all of
we
the.
need Disney, and but then now they're just like on it. So they've been watching.
But what if you want to watch The Boys, HBO?
Exactly.
Then
Then I need to pay $350 a month for Comcast.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's not that expensive. It is. It's like $250.
Well, when they all add up, it's like way more expensive
Yeah,
than it used to be with just DirecTV or whatever.
Right, and that's how they get you because they're like, oh, you can just push this button.
Yeah, it's a
and
month
now you're
trial.
subscribed.
Yeah.
But like, there's no like because it's connected to your cable bill. There's no like, oh, I have to go through the process of actually putting my credit card in.
It's as
like,
criminal as
thinking about it.
it's like OnlyFans
Yeah.
and gambling
Yeah.
and YouTube. I think these are the three things.
That's what our economy depends on right now.
and
for sure.
they're all a click away.
Which is probably not good.
They're all right at your fingertips all of the time.
It's probably a sign of some kind of fall.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't be good if that's what your whole society is.
Yeah, but they were watching. So one of the guys.
It's
they watched,
insane.
like,
Every other video is somebody promoting either gambling or OnlyFans.
yeah,
And it's all on YouTube.
yeah.
It's
100%.
crazy.
So one of the things I've been watching is the different people that either fish or
I love fish.
collect rare fish or.
I love it.
And so they got this one guy who like he calls like the big ones monsters. It's very annoying. He calls them like pond monsters and
Is this like this is like Big Justice of fishing, pretty much?
It feels like a Tiger King of fishing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's just like
He's a runt.
Then he's just got like nice areas for fish, but then he also has just like kiddie pools with pumps in them that he has like these rare fish in. It's like,
That doesn't sound like that should be allowed.
But, he was cleaning out one of his koi ponds that he has. He has like a koi pond that just like wraps around his house on the outside, and it had turned like solid black. So he was like cleaning out all the fish, and that's what they were watching for like 45 minutes. They were just like, oh, I found another monster. Here's another colorful fish. It's just like, this is so. And then at the end, or towards the end, he found like this huge fucking koi fish that had like gotten stuck between like.
And I'm sure the beginning of the video he teases that. He's like, look at this
100%.
monster I found.
Well, no, but this one was dead.
Oh
Because
my God.
it had gotten stuck between like the wall and like a potted plant, and then like just couldn't get out. So
it just got stuck there?
Yeah, that's why his whole pond was turning black, because its insides were coming out.
Oh
It was
God,
rotting. Yeah, so and it was,
that's horrible.
It was like this big. It seemed like it was crazy.
He thought it was playing koi.
Yeah. But then
It was playing.
I don't know if it was the
Possum.
same guy, but it probably was the same guy. But there was a guy that he went and fished. He caught a hammerhead shark.
Is he doing this at the beach? Is he doing this at swamp?
One is at his house.
Oh my God!
The fish, and like he's got snapping turtles and piranhas.
Just in the backyard.
Yeah, just all over. But then I think it's the same guy. They went and there was like a hammerhead shark chiller like that had started like living near the beach underneath the bridge. So they went and caught it. And then the whole video is just him cutting like a shark up and seeing if his different fish will eat it. And it's like, obviously they're gonna fucking eat it. Like, the whole time him and my kids were like, oh, I can't believe that one ate it. I'm like, why wouldn't they fucking eat it? What are you talking about? What do you think fish eat?
Will they eat it?
Yeah.
That's
He was like, will they eat it, or will they be scared by the smell of the shark? And I was like, I don't think they're gonna be scared of the smell of this shark. Like,
They're fish.
yeah, they're fucking dumbass.
That's so funny.
Yeah, dude.
That's sick that watching, first off, cleaning videos. I mean, you could be like, hey guys, we could just
We could be doing this.
we could do this ourselves.
Yeah.
How cool would it be if we don't even have to film it? We're going super underground
We could
with
do
it.
this for real. Yeah.
See, this guy's doing it for likes. We can actually be about it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And then with fishing stuff, I mean, I've never been a fan of it. I used to do it a lot.
Yeah. I've
Like-
only gone fishing like twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see you being a
I
fishing
feel
guy.
like I would dig it,
Yeah.
but I just never had an opportunity.
Yeah, I could see you. It's like a chill sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
kind of funny even to just call it a sport.
Yeah. I didn't think it was a sport.
And when people start talking, you can be like, hey, no, not right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You need, shh.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna scare the fish away.
Yeah. So you just get to be in complete silence.
Yeah. Oh man.
It makes sense why dads like it.
Yeah, definitely. It makes sense why they're willing to get up at 4:00 in the morning to drive 2 hours to fish for a day.
And they also just don't have to come back with anything, or they can come back with nothing.
Yeah.
You can say that, I caught 8 fish and just leave it back. I mean, the whole fisherman tale is like
I
a
think
cliche.
don't you think it's weird when they? I don't know. Maybe I guess I think it's weird when they put them back. Why are you fishing just to put them back?
It does seem like a sick game at that
Because
point.
you're hooking them either way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're putting them in pain,
Yeah.
and then you're just putting them back. Like I feel like if you're gonna fish, you should be like either to sell it or eat it.
It's very indigenous of you.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I agree. I think that if you throw them back, they're okay, but there's no way they don't have like a hole in their fucking face or something.
yeah. Or like, what if it if it rips and now they're just bleeding out? You know what I mean? Like,
And they just swirl sideways because
Yeah.
something happened.
Ripped
So now
their
they
fin or
they
something, yeah.
can't go properly, and then they just
and I'm sure like if you touch them, like you probably get bacteria on them that they don't.
There are
have.
fish you're not allowed to take.
Yeah.
Like I know that like there's fish that like when you get you're like, oh shit, I'm not supposed
That's
to
what I
have
was
that.
wondering. Like, are you allowed to fish for a hammerhead shark and then take
If
it?
it's in your backyard.
Well, but this wasn't in his backyard. This was on the beach.
Oh
like
shit.
out, like underneath a bridge. And he called it the bridge monster.
This guy's all about the monsters.
Yeah. Pond monsters, which are usually big catfish. And then Bridge Monster was a hammerhead shark.
I've met a few pond monsters back in Florida.
Yeah, I've met a few pond monsters.
They are pretty muddy.
Yeah.
It is wild how they could really ruin your day too, and you find out one of them's dead. And just in your backyard, you're like, hey,
this wasn't supposed to happen.
look at you with the fresh Adidas.
I make fun of that, but then I've been watching this guy on Instagram that the sailing with Phoenix. Have you seen that? So this guy he found out he has some kind of spine disease.
Oh no!
And so he decided he's been working like a corporate job for like Discount Tires for like a decade or something like that. So he decided once he found out he had this disease, he sold everything he had. So he sold all of his belongings pretty much. He sold his house.
This is what Queen Latifah does.
Yeah, this is what Queen Latifah did.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
It's really good.
Oh, what movie is it?
She like gets diagnosed with cancer.
Oh.
And then she goes to do everything she's ever wanted to
like
do.
the bucket list or something
Yeah.
like that? Okay. So,
turns
so,
out
yeah,
she doesn't have cancer.
Oh, well, that's a good thing to have on your bucket list.
But
That's like the final reveal of the bucket list. Guess what?
last thing to do. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But
I know
her
you
whole
have
life,
nothing left. But
her whole life has turned around. She's actually
Yeah.
successful at the end of the. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
that's cool. So he sold everything. He cashed in his 401k, and he bought a sailboat. And he's sailing with his cat, who's his cat's named Phoenix, and he sailed from Portland, Oregon to Hawaii.
Wow.
Yeah, and
The white man's pilgrimage.
Yeah. Well, he says he's gonna sell around the world.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
This
sick.
shitty-ass
Hopefully,
sailboat.
no pirates.
That'd be cool. He's
Get
like
in the way.
Instagram live, and all of a sudden there's fucking. Uh-oh.
I am the Instagram live now.
There's gotta be some. He has. Yeah. There's gotta be some crazy moments. I am this. Yeah.
I am your streamer.
I am the influencer now.
Yeah. Have you seen that one of that dude who was doing the TikToks down in it's like the red zone?
Of Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was like, yeah, people keep saying it's not cool for me to be
yeah,
here.
and then he disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I hope that doesn't happen to this guy and his cat.
He made it to Hawaii.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah, he made it. I think he's like doing repairs to his sailboat. But
Oh
he made it
yeah.
to
Well, that's a
Hawaii.
journey.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
20, like 2 days, I think it took him.
Could you imagine? How old is he?
I think he's like my age.
Yeah.
Somewhere around my age. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That could be you in another life, dude.
Maybe.
I don't know if I would go boat. Boat
Yeah, I
seems
mean-
risky. I might go like
Yeah, I mean the ocean, like it's like
super risky.
I mean, he's literally in the middle of like there's because he does like he uploads like Instagram stories and stuff, and he's like on his little tiny boat, which is probably like from here to your hallway. You know what I mean? And like thin, and then there's just like fucking water, dude,
Everywhere.
everywhere. And one time he jumped in the water, and he said he got super sea. Like,
Oh.
it freaked him out. The second
Yeah,
said
because
that.
he was like, "Oh, if I
Yeah.
I lose this, it's
Yeah,
gone."
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
And
You gotta like strap yourself like
He did
by the ankle.
He didn't strap himself.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Yeah.
This guy's making some good content.
Yeah. I know. And at first I was like, this is fucking stupid. And like by the next night it was like 2:00 in the morning. I was just like watching all the ones I had.
How's that
watched
cat
yet.
doing?
Yeah. Where's Phoenix at?
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like water is terrifying. The whole underneath you, there's just sharks thinking like, look at that human monster up there. I could
Yeah.
totally swallow.
Well, I mean, I
I'm just
think
gonna
about
get up there and grab that
how
guy.
crazy the waves they gotta get sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's just like 30 feet in there and fucking and then down, and then there's just fucking water all around you. You know what I mean? Back up and fucking. That's crazy to me. And he's
Yeah.
on a sailboat. Like he's not on like a. I mean, I guess there are sailboats too, but he's not on like he's not on like a fucking ship. You know what I mean? He's on a fucking little tiny.
Yeah.
Like literally one, maybe 2-person sailboat.
It's like taking a Prius on the water.
Yeah.
No, that is cool.
Yeah.
It's like what happened in Castaway. You ever watch that one?
Yeah. Yeah, he gets
Classic.
lost, yeah. Old Tom Hanks.
Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson.
Doo-doo. Doo-doo.
The face on the volleyball is like a
Fish reference.
some kind of. Is it really?
Wilson.
Is it an actual reference
No.
to fish, or is fish referencing that?
Wow, what if it was? No, Wilson's a part of Trey's big whole college paper.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
The big
yeah.
performance, the game
Yeah,
hinge.
The
thing.
game hand. Yeah.
God save the game hinge. You think it's ever going to come back?
No.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. No.
Well, dude, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that you've upgraded your car.
Yeah. I did.
You've upgraded your shoes.
Yep. That's about it.
What else has been going on? Anything too crazy?
No, just end of the school year.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. What about you?
Summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I am getting ready for Red Rocks. Me and Laura just pretty much spent every penny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, after paying rent, because like we did it a couple days ahead just to make sure we technically had the money.
Yeah.
It's rough right now.
Yeah.
But I like looked at my paycheck and I was like, where's this fucking money going?
Yeah.
And I guess Colorado set up something for me, like a secure savings thing.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But I asked my boss about it.
Yeah.
And she was like, just look it up on the internet. And I looked in there and I was like, oh my God, that's everything for the wedding right there. Thank God. I've just been saving money. I had no clue about it.
You can access it?
Whenever I want.
That's cool.
How cool is that?
That's
But I
super
think they're
cool.
going to tax it.
Oh, yeah.
That
It's probably already been
sucks.
taxed.
I don't think it has. I think it's been taken out with taxes. So right now it's just a big chunk.
That's weird.
It's untaxed as is.
That's weird. Is it like
It's supposed to be like retirement
is
or
it
whatever.
like para?
Parody's nuts.
Yeah, okay. All right. I walked into that one.
No, I have no clue.
Yeah.
I think I signed up for it. I don't remember
You just
signing
don't
up for
remember.
it.
That's cool.
But I was looking at my paychecks and I was like, why is this half of the amount it's supposed to be?
Damn, that's scary.
And then I looked into it.
And she told you and you figured it out.
Dude,
That's
it found like money at the end of the rainbow. It felt like, because like, yeah, things are tight.
Yeah.
And I cannot be affording concert tickets, but I spent every dollar.
What concerts?
Dr. Dog.
Okay.
Gonna see String Cheese.
Is Dr. Dog something you liked before Fish?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah. Cake.
Cake. All right.
String cheese.
Interesting. Nice.
I liked cheese before I liked fish.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And most people here in Denver, because, string cheese is like a Denver thing. It's like
Boulder.
green chili.
It's probably more Boulder, but yeah.
It's like this area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people here don't even know the music,
Yeah.
have heard of string cheese.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. When I was when I was in high school, I was in audio digital production classes because I wanted to produce music, and so they had a class for it, and they brought
I got
in,
something about this, by the way.
They brought in someone from Sting. They brought in like 3 different people from different Colorado bands. One of them was like someone who had played bass for someone from String Cheese, and then
Flowbots, maybe.
And then, no. It was
They're from here, I think.
It was what are they called? I just had their names. Fuck.
Sex Pistols,
No.
Ramones.
Big Todd, Mighty Todd, Big Head Todd, something like that.
I don't know a Todd. Savannah Todd.
Hold on, dude.
I know a Toad and the Wet Sprockets.
Big Head Todd and the Monsters. You ever heard of that? Oh.
Monsters again, though.
Yeah,
huh?
more monsters, dude. But they came in and we got to record a session with them and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah,
They
Some
performed
black
and
lady, yeah.
you guys did the recording process?
Yeah, in the studio.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because we had a studio.
Actually doing it has
Yeah.
to be way better than just hearing about it for
It
a
was,
month.
dude, but I wasted so much time because I got into it, and at first I was doing I got to run that session because of how well I was doing in the class.
Oh shit, you directed.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was behind the boards and stuff.
Dude, they saw you and were like, I mean, obviously you are the
I know
producer.
the Rick Rubin joke, yeah. But, it is
Yeah, you
kinda
look like Rick Rubin if he only ate turkey
But
Rubens.
dude, he was why I actually wanted, he was why I wanted to be a
producer.
in music production.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the
Totally. I mean, how is that not the coolest gig ever to be just the ideas guy?
yeah. But I wanted to make beats. So I was doing well, and then I just decided because I had Pro Tools at my disposal and a sample machine and stuff. So
Yeah, you had the equipment there.
yeah. So at one point I just stopped paying attention to class and all I was doing was making beats. So I kind of fell behind, and then Nothing ever came of it.
Did you? But you enjoyed it. You have all that stuff still. That's our Bizarro or whatever.
Yeah.
I was thinking. Okay, so me and Laura spent a good chunk this morning watching MTV music videos.
Oh yeah.
And bands that were like very minimally successful still had 18 music videos.
Oh yeah. You had to at one point.
Right? It was a part of the biz.
And even now, it's almost like come back to where, because of YouTube again, where it's like you can turn your music video into like a 15-minute long,
An art piece,
like
a short
small
film.
Yeah.
100%. And you could do it with an iPhone.
Yeah.
I think we need a music video for the podcast.
All right. Let's do it.
Right?
Yeah.
We could get all like...
All thugged out.
Yeah, that's definitely... Well, I mean, by that, I mean we just hang out on Saturday at Thug.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude.
But it would be cool, like you remember Juggalo Homies, the music video?
Yeah.
We do it that kind of style.
I'm down, dude. Let's do it.
And we just have all the different fam in the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, who's making a music video as a podcast?
No one.
Exactly.
We
dude.
are.
And it was the whole game for a long time.
Yeah.
And it looked so cool. You literally can like just have chicks kissing you, and then you get like big ass cars coming behind you and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
And we can get Spike Jones to do it or something.
Hype Jones.
I really think that that's the future of podcasting.
It probably is.
Music videos.
Yeah.
Just the way that, things are going, shorter content. People like a good dance. We can put TikTok dances in there.
Yeah, we can. We can have everyone doing their own TikTok dance behind us.
I think we could crush this, dude.
I think it could happen, dude.
Let's make that our goal for the summer.
All right.
A summer music video.
Yeah, let's do it, dude. We have to rap on it, though.
Oh,
We
yeah,
have to spit
obviously.
bars to it. Yeah, let's do it, dude.
Am I allowed to have, like, a friend say the N-word for me?
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Like, if I just pause and then, like, JoJo comes in.
Yeah.
We both knew the guy who'd
I knew who it would be.
absolutely down. He'd be like, I fucking got you, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to say it, right? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Nah, just you. And that's the only time you'll be in the video is when you're saying that word.
No, I could get some yars in the back.
Yeah, we need some yars.
Even just some scenes of him maybe doing some 360s on the rollerblades.
Yeah, yes.
I kind of am picturing a little bit like the Beastie Boys music video where they're going through the town.
Yeah.
Or the Bloodhound Gang when they're all monkeys and they're like shooting women with darts.
Yeah. Fuck. We can make something.
We can do anything. It's a music
We can do
video.
literally whatever we want.
We could storm the Capitol.
We can start a Capitol. We could have like film cut in, and it's like 9/11, and then it cuts again, and like we're pretending we're on the plane. We're the terrorists.
It's so Eminem, dude. That's so. We look at the passports, and then it says like Marshall Mathers.
Yeah. Still have air.
Or he plants the passports and it's ICP.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's what gets them on the gang list.
Yeah.
They were in charge of 9/11.
What if that is how it went down? What if the Juggalos actually did 9/11? The Great Malenko did 9/11.
A whoop for each tower.
A whoop for each tower. That's why
The
it's
Whoop Trade Center.
Yeah. Wow. Holy shit. I think that is the year the gathering started.
It was all planned.
That's when they planned it, dude. The first gathering of the Juggalos.
That's how they got the funds.
Yeah.
Fago knows too. That's why they won't be affiliated.
Big Fago, dude. Fago's probably in on it, dude.
Yeah.
That's why they're only.
That's what the bombs were hidden in.
Yeah, that's why you can only find Fago in gas stations that's owned by.
I see what you're saying.
It's the 9/11.
quick stores.
Yeah, quick stores. Yeah.
Something that says discount mart.
Yeah.
Something that doesn't even make sense as a
Did I tell you my
Quebec store?
Yeah.
Things that you're just like, okay, those are just two words that you put together. I get it.
Did I tell you I had all my benefits skimmed at a store and someone spent it in North Carolina at a place?
Your like card?
Yeah.
No, how?
Yeah, I don't know. I must have used it on a thing that is like
somebody
a skimmer.
had the thing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And they spent 600 and no. Yeah, they spent like $680 in North Carolina at a place called Halal International.
Halal International.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to point fingers and all, but
Well, halal
I think we
means,
know
like,
who.
Yeah, we know. I mean, I know who it is, but I know. But halal is like,
You know, when you walked in there, or when they walked in, there was incense burning.
Yeah. I walked in right after the call to prayer ended.
There was one of those Chinese cats and a golden elephant next to each other.
There's no idols. Certainly not at Halal International. There's definitely no idols.
You don't think they even have them for the decoration?
No, because halal is like what's good for Muslims.
True.
Halal is
For
like
sure.
kosher.
It's
So there's no idols.
You don't think Halal Bros is like a restaurant? I think.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Do you think we're halal? I try to be.
Well, it depends on what.
I'm good for the boys.
Yeah, but if someone tells you that like your blood is halal, that means that they have the right to kill you.
Ooh,
so
boy. Hey,
we're probably not halal. You had bacon this
last
morning.
time I tested.
You
Oh
had
yeah,
bacon,
definitely
yeah.
no.
Yeah, I'm sure you drank last night.
Yep.
No. In some countries, you would be put to death.
I haven't, but I barely even covet my own wife. At least.
Well, that's also a sin.
I know.
Yeah.
Your own wife?
Yeah. If you don't, yeah.
Oh, you should.
Yeah. It says to not deny yourselves your congenial rights.
Oh wow, you've read.
Unless you've agreed to a time of like fasted and prayer.
Oh wait, so you can go on like NoFap with your wife?
Yeah, but you have to agree to it. You have to both agree to. If you don't agree, then it's like, well, this is.
She's out of the loop. Like if she's like no, she's out of.
If she's
not
no,
halal.
No. So this is different. This is Christianity.
Oh boy. Speaking of, we got to go something on that too.
Okay, I'm so excited. No, like I think the point is like, because I mean it's, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't do this, but like the point is that like you're like the
Holding semen.
Sure. One of the points of being married is like you can't, from that perspective, is that like it's good to be married and things like that. But one of them is like if you can't control your desires, like you should be married so that you two both.
Oh,
have
you have an outlet.
Yeah. And so
A dumpster to come in.
So that's your or to be Cayman. Okay.
You're right. You're right.
It's equal.
That's beautiful.
It's equal. It's
Yeah.
not like the man. It's only the man that gets to decide.
Yeah.
So when it's talking about this, it's talking about like don't take away the other's congenial rights, because that's the whole fucking point of being married. And if
that's beautiful. A little bit.
Unless you're gonna like spend the time together to purify yourselves. But if like the man is like, I don't want to do this, but then the lady's like, well, I do, then he has to submit to his wife.
Oh, that's even hotter.
Yeah.
I could watch that video.
Yeah. I'm sure
I can't right now. I'm trying to retain.
Yeah.
She's like, I just need.
Yeah, but
This is my marriage. You have to.
You have to. Yeah.
Don't make me go to
I mean,
God.
it's probably like I'm probably saying it in a very fundamentalist way right
Sure.
now.
Yeah.
But,
There's a gray area.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that the boys in the priesthood follow that rule as well.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where is this what you're bringing up?
No. No, I think first off, Laura didn't. She said she didn't get it, but I think it's funny to make stickers of her and I, and we're gonna pass them out at the wedding. And on the sticker, it's gonna say, "Marriage is the new polyamory."
I don't get it either.
I feel like poly was trendy.
Yeah.
It was cool.
So now you're making marriage cool.
It's hetero's the way to go,
marriage.
dude. You didn't even know, or I guess it doesn't. It doesn't. Monogamous is really what's cool.
Yeah, monogamy is the new polygamy.
Monogamy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, monogamy is the new polyamory.
You guys are the rebels.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. We're
Yeah.
trying to make it cool.
Yeah.
Not that it
such
isn't.
Such a youth group way to look at it.
I know. You can tell I'm about to get married and trying to look at it as good as possible.
Yeah.
Let's make this fucking edgy.
Yeah. It's pretty edgy.
I know it is kind of unheard of these days, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
We're gonna stay together.
Yeah.
We're gonna have kids someday.
Yeah,
Little ones.
There's a lot of people who don't want that at all.
Exactly. Majority of people, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'm curious what the kids are gonna be like when we have kids. Like, what are those ones gonna be raised in?
What
Who
do you mean?
knows? Like, is it gonna be
What
just
kinda-
like AI and Pop-Tarts and?
Yeah,
Is RFK Jr. going to be banning Mountain Dew? I don't know. What does the future look like? Are they going to be autistic? Are they not?
I don't want.
It's high likely for all of these things to be
Yeah,
happening.
the IA stuff, the AI stuff is the weirdest stuff probably because it is getting like. I feel like every time I'm like, all right, I think it's maybe we could just slow down for a while. It feels like 2 weeks later, it's like there's something brand new about it. That's just like, this is too much. Like if I were to become president. Legitimately, if I ever become president, like the first thing I would do would be like, we're banning AI for 10 years. You cannot work on AI. You can't make any AI advancements.
So you say go against
get rid of
what?
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Everybody else is saying go lean in.
No. Get rid of it. Ban it. Get rid of it for a decade. For as long as I'm president, it's banned.
Build a wall around AI.
Yeah, build a wall. Yeah, build a digital wall.
But fucking get them out of here.
Yeah, dude, because it's bad, dude. I don't like it. I don't know. Like there is like times where I'll the Google Gemini or whatever. Like I'll ask a quick question. Like if like I just don't know.
Yeah.
But it's kind of just like using Google. But some people like
Why did it pick Gemini? Isn't that like two different people?
I don't know.
A Gemini is two-sided. It's the twins.
Scary.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people, some people get into like where it becomes like their friend, and like that's weird.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's good.
Yeah, there's like AI bots that you can talk to. That's
Right.
like sassy
There's
teacher.
a Kurt Cobain bot on Instagram.
What?
Yeah,
That's
I
weird.
saw it today. But I like the AI art.
What if you try to talk to it and it's just like, I was murdered.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was killed.
That
Please,
was-
somebody tell somebody.
I'm sure that's happened, dude. But like the AI art and AI videos of people and AI music, like maybe just specifically that stuff, I'd be like, this stuff is not what we need.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be creative, be creative. Don't fucking. We don't need fake videos of people. You know,
It is kind of crazy.
AI. We don't need AI music. I don't need record labels to all their music to be AI generated.
I don't need baby versions of adults. Like I've seen that a lot where it's like little baby Theo Vaughn.
I
or
don't need that.
Baby Biden.
Yeah.
Or Laura showed me those. I don't. That's not for me.
Yeah.
But it's very AI. You're like,
Yeah.
if this is what it's used for, what are we doing here?
Yeah, and anything that where it can like legitimately take away people's space and like creative
Gigs.
forms and
Yeah,
like,
their jobs.
I feel like it should be fucking banned. And if you get caught using AI for like writing a script or
Dude, you
writing a
sound like how
song-
like they would talk about weed back in the day. You're like, it's gonna ruin everything. We got to completely ban this.
but
It's
it
making
is, though.
our
It's
our
fake. It's not-
generation
nah, because it's
a complete waste.
No, I don't think it's the same thing because it's fake. It's not real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not. Like, it's not real. Like, it's not something that's coming from inside of us.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, weed. I mean, that's different. That's
Totally.
Yeah.
Trust me, dude.
Yeah.
I love weed.
Yeah, dude.
It is the thing that's always there.
Yeah.
Even when I was walking through we were walking through the like neighborhood the other night, and it just felt so nice out.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is how weed makes my brain feel.
Yeah.
My
dude.
body feels that way.
Yeah. This is a perfect day to walk around and smoke weed.
It really is. It's like what God intended.
Yeah.
You know? I
Sit
really
on
do
your
think
porch
so.
and fucking
Oh my God, dude. I finally found the cool black family in this neighborhood. There's
Finally,
one
dude.
left.
There's
and
one left.
I found them.
Have
They're
you been-
very
you
nice.
been
They just sit
chilling?
on the porch. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
hell
what made
yeah,
me think
dude.
about it.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
dude.
just waving high, chilling with their cats and stuff. They've
Yeah.
got the prettiest garden.
Oh,
You can
man.
tell the house is super old too, because it's like the garden's like
Yeah.
ancient.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh,
You just because maybe I shouldn't say this, but you know how like sometimes when like someone says something and it like triggers
put you
like,
in a different place.
triggers memories that
Yeah.
you forgot about. You just totally made me remember a slur that I've long forgotten.
You know, one time we were on a podcast with somebody who said they had stolen a package. and I almost called them a porch pirate. Or porch pirate is what I went with.
Yeah.
It was close to the other one.
Yeah. I feel like I remember us all raising our eyebrows. Careful.
Yeah, let's hope. Yeah, pirate.
Yeah, porch pirate. And not Somali pirates.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, just.
I am the influencer now.
Yeah. Oh man.
I have been doing. I think I'm in my Denver history phase.
You're getting into Denver history.
Yeah, I think it's a little more interesting than, like world history or ancient history, any of those things, because I get to see the shit.
Okay.
I can see a lot of the stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the Speedway
Yeah, like up in Golden or whatever.
at Lakeside, I think is
Oh.
the one that used to be at the amusement park.
Oh, like a ride?
No, there was like the Lakeside Raceway, and it was like,
this might have been before my time.
dude, definitely,
Yeah.
because it got shut down, and it was like the thing to do
Really?
when there was before there was Broncos, before there was Nuggets, before there was anything sports related.
Yeah.
They would go to the college football games on like Friday or whatever, but then on Saturday they had nothing to do. So all of Denver, I guess, would go to this racetrack that was like the hottest shit.
That's
And it was
crazy.
like where everybody was partying every summer. And
How old is car racing?
this was it. They were talking about it like in like the 20s and 30s. They actually, the only year they took off was for the dudes to go to the war, and they let ladies race, but nobody attended.
Yeah. That figures.
But the ladies started their own league, and they were racing in like the 40s.
That's cool.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of tight?
Yeah.
I do think even back then they were probably questionable about even letting them drive.
Probably, yeah.
So it was probably more of an experiment. Like,
Yeah.
let's see what they do.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they tested
Maybe that's how they tested what?
whether women should be allowed to.
That's when they've decided
drive or
we
not.
should give them a license.
Yeah, they're like, look at them. They're fucking racing around tracks. They're great.
Look at them turning.
I mean, we didn't know it would work, but now it works.
Yeah. There you go.
Look at that.
So what else have you learned about Denver history?
Red Rocks.
Okay.
The whole like there's so much. Did you know it used to be a Arapaho Nation like meeting place that they used to give speeches
really?
at?
No,
Yeah,
I did
they
not.
would have like gatherings and rituals.
So did they put those steps in?
No,
Okay.
no, that's the only man-made part. But that was like minimal. It was like
Yeah.
out of all the stadiums, all the places that are built.
Damn. So we're literally on like sacred ground.
When we're there, for sure, yeah. No, and you're doing something that they did, which was like music and ceremony and
All right.
gathering,
So it's
telling
like-
us stories
so
and
it's okay.
stuff. Yeah, the fact that Louis C.K. is there this weekend is progress.
Yeah. Yeah, that's progress right there.
I mean, I think Native Americans probably came out and jerked off on stage all the time.
They were jerking off on each other all the time.
Yeah, so Louis doing
He's
really
being as native as you can be.
Yeah, he's just beating the drum
I
of
don't like this.
Native American culture. He's keeping it alive.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's has to.
I mean, he's redhead. They're
Should be a
red.
ginger Jew.
Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Say it.
They're well read.
They're well read.
They've told well.
They're
they read a
well
lot of.
and they're thick skinned. So.
So cheers to you guys. They also the very first place that Led Zeppelin ever performed in the United States.
Was almost said it was Led Zeppelin. Was Red Rocks?
$750 to book them.
And it was Red Rocks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The promoter, so it was like super early in the 70s. Because in the 60s, all they did was symphony stuff. And it was
Okay.
like
So
the
what was
orchestra.
the first rock like band to play there?
One
Was
of
it
the
a
first
country
rock was the Beatles.
I knew that. Okay, so yeah.
And it was the only Beatles concert in the United States to not sell out. Because it wasn't a rock venue at the time. Nobody even knew about going to see a concert there.
Wow.
Yeah. So they that same guy who brought the Beatles here also brought Zeppelin, and then he came up with the Summer of Stars, which was when he got U2,
Yeah.
And they did that whole video with like the rain
My
and all
mom was
that.
there.
Yeah. She was at that show?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. It's
My
like one of the
mom-
most historic events in Red Rock's history.
Yeah,
like
she
they
was
spent
there.
like 10 minutes on it in this documentary
Yeah,
because they
that's
were like, nobody had known you two.
Yeah.
They were just getting into MTV and then they decided, let's film this. And then it had that like fog and the rain, the whole thing. And it was like, he was all glittered up and man, that's crazy.
There's that, and then
That's a change, life change. I could see why she's into you too.
Oh yeah.
You see that show and you're like, oh, this is the
She
greatest.
was into YouTube before that.
Oh man, that's even better when it's a band you are excited to see, and then they just have the greatest concert of all time.
Yeah. Dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah. She so she was at that concert, and they also have a live album called Rattle and Hum.
Yeah.
And I believe her because I've heard her whistle, but she swears that in between, I can't remember which songs it is, but in between two songs where they're just playing crowd noise, there's like this crazy fucking loud whistle, and it sounds exactly like her whistle.
Damn.
She says that's her whistling, but I don't know.
She's on a U2 record.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
She's on track on the wax, dude.
Yeah, on the wax, yeah.
We
She loves her too. Or I don't know if she still does, but
I was just listening to, or I was scrolling through the Fish Reddit, and there was a guy saying that if you listen at this point and this point, you can hear me scream, "Play Reba."
that's what.
And there's 18 people that are like, "Fuck you, dude. You're the worst person in the concert. Everybody hates you."
Yeah.
And he is just commenting on each one. Bro, I'm on a Fish record. I'm on a Fish record. Whatever you say, I'm on a Fish record.
That is like the worst person at a concert.
I know.
Shut the fuck up.
I know. It's funny when, you know where it does well? Wrestling. The people screaming, like heckling like the wrestlers because you're supposed to scream at them.
Yeah.
Eat a dick.
Yeah.
Shove it in his ass.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Grab his penis.
Yeah.
Those are so fun. Kiss him.
Yeah.
They're all homophobic.
Yeah, very.
Jokes pretty much.
Yeah.
But it was very funny at wrestling compared to at a concert where everybody's just like, all right, we get it, dude.
You're talking about Lucha Libre? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the whole like screaming, like what song you want to hear,
Yeah.
or
it's like, dude,
Free Bird,
Yeah.
or
they have a set list, dude. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're not gonna be like, you know what? We will play this song. We haven't played or rehearsed in 12 years.
so actually, Bouncing Souls, they do that every show. I wasn't expecting it, but
That's cool. If you ask, that's cool.
they were like, "This is the section that everybody gets excited about. What song do you guys want us to play?"
That's cool.
Yeah,
That is cool.
and when I saw that concert, dude, I was blown away. They did like all of the hits. I just saw that the other night.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Austin gave me a free ticket. A free ticket is better than
Yeah.
a ticket you pay for. I swear.
That's true.
There's just no stakes. Everything's a benefit.
Yeah.
There's like free experience.
Yeah, dude. Like I went and saw Foo Fighters last year for free. And it was like I would never pay to go see a concert at Mile High.
Oh yeah.
To like sit at the very fucking top. And, like, you know what I mean? But it was actually really fun.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have gone if I had to pay. That's for sure.
No, it's just like getting a free experience.
Yeah.
Kano, I think, hooked you up with that.
Yeah, I went with Kano and
He
with
got
Carter.
me. He got me to Roger Waters. I saw Pink
Oh
Floyd.
yeah.
And Laura's favorite band is Streetlight, and you got us tickets to see that.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
It's a beautiful,
Damn,
beautiful
Laura's
world.
favorite band, that's crazy. Because I asked her what your favorite band was, and then she told me that. So it's almost like she tricked me into buying concert tickets for her.
It's almost like she knew exactly.
Yeah.
She's very
It's
smart.
like she was
that.
looking at Ticketmaster when I asked.
You know what's in my cart? I mean, what Evan would love.
Yeah. That's funny.
Let's see what else. Oh, I mean, we don't have to talk a lot about
Let's
it.
talk about it, dude.
It's not a fun one, but I do think we should mention that it's not fun at all. It's just the whole Rashad thing.
Oh, yeah, that is sad.
It's crazy.
I watched the video.
Was it? Was it crazy?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's sad, and that's about all I'm going to say about it, to be honest with you. 'Cause,
totally.
Yeah.
I've avoided that. It's a sad thing in general. I think that he was a super meek guy. I didn't like have a ton of conversations with him, but I definitely tried to.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a part of the open mic scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even I feel like if anybody is gonna care about somebody, it should be us.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are a community and shit.
Yeah.
And there's no way he didn't listen to an episode, is what I'm telling myself.
Yeah.
He was a fan.
Yeah. He was
So-
a good guy.
Yeah, I liked his hats.
Yep.
I've been listening to a ton of Ween.
Okay.
The Christian thing.
Okay.
Have you ever gotten into Ween? Really?
No.
They're really genius.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll check them out. I mean, I've tried, I think. I think they're a little too noodly for me.
You can't go to... What's so fascinating about them, so like when they first started, their first out, like the way they came up with the name Ween was they put wussy and penis together.
Nice.
And then they wrote it on a cassette tape, and they went home and they were like, let's record an album that a band called Ween would record.
Yeah.
So that was their first cassette.
Interesting.
And then every album since has been like, they had one called The Pod, and they just recorded everything within this one shack.
Yeah.
And then they had the Western album. It's called 12 Country Golden Classics.
Yeah.
It's only got 10 songs on it.
That's funny.
And it's an entire Western album with every single, because there's only the two members.
Right.
So the drummers, the background vocals, the bassists, every single person is like hand plucked from, like, this guy played with Willie Nelson, this guy played with Johnny Cash, this guy played. So it's the greatest Western album of all time.
Yeah.
And it's not by a Western band, because it's like every country producer hit of all time.
Yeah.
And like the Mollusk is like their aquatic one, and then like, so they had these goals each time. Even at the very beginning was like, what would this sound like? And
That's
then they
kinda
go,
cool.
so they don't really have a sound.
That
That's
makes
what's
me have
so
more-
weird.
Maybe I just listened to the wrong one then.
You need to listen to, so one of them was they wanted an album just to sound good.
Okay. Hopefully that's not the one I listened to.
It's got like Voodoo Lady. It's got the lady with the sex.
I bet you I have at least one Ween song on one of my playlists.
I wouldn't be surprised. They're very fun.
Garrett's texting me talking shit about someone, bro.
Oh, if you haven't watched, you gotta watch the new Roast Battle Denver video. It's called "The Gang
Garrett.
Bullies Garrett."
Okay.
And it was just so much fun because
yeah.
so like Roast Battle videos, every now and then they'll get, a few downvotes. There'll be people like, you guys' audio sucks, your blah 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 sucks, you guys suck at this, whatever.
Yeah.
This person's a bummer, LA's better. This has nothing but 100% upvotes, and the whole episode is us just making fun of Garrett.
That's pretty funny.
It was
I heard
very
about
fun.
that, but that is funny.
It was how you were talking about SpongeBob having a through line?
Yeah.
Even if it isn't like genius content.
So
The fact that there's like a storyline.
I have awesome sound on this playlist twice.
It sounds awesome.
All requests live.
That's early, I think. I don't know.
2023.
But that's a re-release. It's got to be.
Okay.
I think you would enjoy it. That one with the lady with the big belt,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Ween
yeah.
belt, that's
Yeah.
the one, dude.
That's the one.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
got so many songs on there that you'd be like, okay.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. And just their history is really interesting.
I mean, the fact of how you laid out how they decided to do their albums, that intrigues me.
It's something I've never even, because they weren't like they're not a specific type of band.
Yeah.
That's what I think
it's
is
only
so.
two guys.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. Well.
Yeah. Yeah, and their names are Gene Ween and Dean Ween.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So is Dean Ween? I have Dean Ween too. It looked like.
Yeah. They write about themselves and
Really?
yeah, into the songs.
Let's see. The Dean Ween group.
Yeah, that's
also Ween.
yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. Well, what's it? It's like Bogmesh, Boogamesh, the face, that like Ween face, the symbol,
Okay.
is a demon that came to them and told them they have to perform together.
Oh no.
And that
I'm off again.
I knew it once I started saying it. I was like, it's just that one word. It's a spirit that came to them in the night. A succubus.
Nah, I'll check it out. It's just not late at night.
Yeah. Well, okay. This is right in the vein. What did you think of Jordan Peterson's
Oh.
I'm Not a Christian?
So I haven't watched all of it, but he's not a Christian, so I don't understand why they picked him.
It is hilarious.
From what I've heard is that I don't know what they told Jordan Peterson, but all of the atheists were told specifically that they were there to debate a Christian.
100%.
And Jordan Peterson, okay, so like he's
It's
not a
very
Christian.
funny to be put in a debate and to be halfway through it.
Yeah.
And people are like, for him to be like, well, I'm not going to defend that thing.
If Jordan Peterson wasn't like associated with Daily Wire and like kind of like the conservative party in America, the way that he views the Bible and Christianity would be, he would be looked at as like a liberal theologian who should be ignored.
He's like super into just the text.
He's not even
Right?
into that. He's into like, he wants to make everything an allegory and everything. He wants to psychoanalyze everything. And like I remember they asked him.
Because kind of like scratch off tickets are like the devil.
Yeah.
If you think about
Or like when they asked
scratch
him
off
to
tickets.
describe like, well, what is Christianity to like what is Christianity? And he's like, well, it's to carry your cross, carry your cross and suffer well. And it's like, well, I mean, yeah, but like it's called Christianity. Like, what about, Christ? Like, what about the guy it's named after? Like,
Yeah.
so if he was not, like I said, if he didn't have his association with he does with conservative politics in America, like the Christians that, or whatever, the white ring evangelical Christians that kind of cling to him would ignore him as a liberal theologian.
Yeah.
Because it's not what the Bible says. Like the Bible
When does the Bible say anything about cleaning a room?
It's probably in there.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I think they're more into the, like in the Bible, they were more into like just living as is. They were kind of hippies back then, dude.
No, I don't think that's right either. But
I tried.
It's just not. I mean,
It was like Woodstock in Jerusalem, bro.
No, I don't think so. But
Burning bush.
He I think what he has to say is like it can be helpful.
Yeah.
But it's not the point. Like it's just not the point of Christianity. Like he's coming at it from more of like a Gnostic approach.
What do you mean?
Like hidden knowledge. You know what I mean? Like
like there's something deeper.
Yeah. I think.
Well, there is, right?
Yeah. I mean, maybe, but it's not just about you. I mean,
Oh, totally. Okay. Yeah. He really does seem like a dork about it.
Yeah.
He seems like somebody who like is like, well, in Star Trek, technically, the gravitational pull.
He sees, and I've read his books, and like he sees it as like the hero's journey that's in all of us. Like that's
the
what
Odyssey?
Jesus is. Yeah.
Okay.
Like he sees it as like Jesus being the ultimate like hero's tale, and like that story is repeated again and again and again, which is true.
Yeah.
And it's probably true for a reason. You know
For
what I
sure.
mean?
Well, like why that story's been told.
Oh no, but like
Why
why you do see a Jesus prototype like in Luke Skywalker.
Totally,
You know,
or
like,
Rudy.
or yeah, exactly. Or like Lord of the Rings, or or Superman. You know what
But
I
aren't
mean?
these
Like,
things more like based off of Jesus rather than Jesus? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Jesus was the OG story. He's like the
what do you mean,
Shakespeare.
Jesus?
Jesus.
Oh, okay.
He's like the Shakespeare, and everybody else has been doing their versions of Jesus ever since.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. I think it's something that's probably like intrinsically, like calls us to pay attention.
Yeah,
See
for sure.
This person giving themselves up. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's why cult
Sacrificing
leaders have
themselves.
like long hair and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah,
I think so.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. But
you
yeah,
like see that image, and you're like,
yeah.
I give you praise.
Yeah. But I'm talking more like we see someone who is like laying their lives down for people.
Oh, the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's something that intrinsically, for some reason, and I'm not trying to make any connections, but for some reason, in all cultures, people are drawn to that.
Yeah, totally. No,
You know,
for sure. It's someone who's ultimately giving.
There's something
Fully
in us that
giving.
wants to tell that story, that kind of story, over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And that's what he would say. But that is not the end all be all of what a Christian would say Christianity is.
There's more to it.
Like I could see them doing Jordan Peterson versus atheists in the belief of a higher power, because he does believe.
Oh,
in it.
if there's something else there.
but
Yeah.
not the specific thing, because it's
Christianity.
Like I feel like I don't know, like no one would ever be like 20 atheists versus a Muslim, and then
Buddhist.
it's like, and then it's
And the
like,
Buddhist has to
Dave
defend it.
Chappelle. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like I mean, maybe that's a bad example, but like someone who's not a Muslim.
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it would
it's
be
like
a Muslim if they did that. Like,
Well, yeah.
Or
I'm
like-
trying to think of a good example, but I don't have one.
20. No,
I'm throwing blanks out
there. Yeah. I don't want to offend anybody, but yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know what he was told, but maybe he thinks he's a Christian. I don't know, but he
Technically, Dave doesn't call himself a libertarian. Dave Smith.
He doesn't call himself a libertarian.
No, he's a anarcho-capitalist.
When did he start saying that?
He says that forever.
He's a registered libertarian.
Well, you're in that party, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean that.
I've heard him describe himself as an anarcho-libertarian. He's more on the anarchy side of things.
I thought he was anarcho-capitalist.
I feel like that's just a libertarian.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't know. No capitalist, dude.
Yeah.
No cap.
No cap, dude.
I do like anarchy.
Let the
Anarchy always
government
sounds
control
cool.
everything. Yeah.
I wrote it all over my journals in middle school.
That makes
But that's
sense.
what I think makes it hard for me to get behind that stuff now, where I'm like, grow up, guys.
Yeah.
Come on. That's
Yeah.
something you draw in your notebook next to the peace sign
Right.
and a little joint.
Yeah.
burning.
Yeah. And that S.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The cool S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about getting that tattooed.
What did you think about the Jordan Peterson thing?
I think it's hilarious it felt like a prank show,
Yeah.
you know, where somebody walks in on something
Yeah.
and they're like, it felt like Impractical Jokers were about to come out and be like, ha, we got you.
Yeah. And that one guy was super like, what did he say? Or he ended his whole thing with being like, and you are nothing. I was like,
Yeah,
all right,
he
dude.
slammed his ass,
Like,
dude.
You're okay, dude. Like,
He did.
dude,
He had the
yeah.
perfect line because I think Jordan said like, well, he's like, I've got nothing for you.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
no, he said, you're really something.
Yeah.
He goes,
I remember
you're really something.
Yeah.
He goes, you?
and you are nothing.
You're nothing.
Yeah. That show's kind of, I don't know. I've never watched a full episode of one of those things, but it is
It
kind of
seems like bukkake arguments.
It is. I mean, it's like you get a whole bunch. You get 20 people who all think the same exact way, and they all get super excited when someone else says the thing that they all think that they should say. Yeah. And then are they even listening to the person in the middle?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Not at all. They're just waiting for their turn.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a dog pile
Yeah.
style argument.
Yeah.
And I do kind of like it. It feels like watching those, slam college student videos, but
Yeah.
it's like back to back to back to back to
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
And they're
yeah.
just in one room. It feels like an arena.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like the modern day Spartan can defend themselves against a bunch of liberals.
Right. Didn't Alex O'Connor do one where he was defending religion, but he's not religious?
I don't know.
Do you know Alex O'Connor? He's an interesting guy. He's an atheist who has become an agnostic, but he debates Christians a lot.
Interesting.
He's a very intelligent guy.
I like the whole. I like a good debate.
Yeah. This is blinking. Is that all right?
I think it's gonna die in a second.
Okay. Yeah, I like watching debates too.
We got a few more things to do.
Yeah, let's do it.
I was curious. Do you think I should get a gun?
Yeah.
Speaking of,
That's part of your job as a husband.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's to be heavily armed. I inherited a gun, but I've never taken it out of the bag.
What?
Yeah, it's just sitting in my closet in a bag.
I feel like it should be locked up.
Well, I don't have anything to lock it up in.
Oh, yeah.
There's no like ammo or anything, and no fucking.
Oh, true.
It's just in like a gun bag that my grandpa had. Psych, it is very locked up, actually. Yeah, I've never even looked at it.
Yeah, I think I should get one.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like I could get one like pretty easy too.
yeah, you're in Colorado. I mean,
How about a citizen?
that's one thing about Colorado is that you fuck with their gun rights.
Yeah, I feel like they like weapons out here.
Well, yeah, I mean, Colorado is an open carry state.
Yeah.
I mean, you can carry a gun on your hip as long as without a license, as long as it's on your visible.
Keep calm, carry on, I say. Yeah, I don't love seeing them, though. Freaks me out. Makes me feel like we're out in the Old West. But I guess we are.
Yeah, there's been a few times I've been at like a gas station. There's like
Just,
pistols on there.
Yeah,
fucking hips.
just hanging there.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video of the dude walking behind that guy? Like, there's like somebody cashing out and they've got a gun just in their back or whatever.
Yeah.
And dude's just grab the gun right out of it and start to leave the gas station. He's like, "Come on, give me my gun back."
That's crazy.
That's what I'm afraid I'm gonna be like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
It's like having like
You
a
gotta-
jewel.
you can't have it out there so someone can grab it.
No, I'd say that thing's strapped, dude.
Put it around your
Neck on a chain.
Yeah.
Just like bling.
Like Flava Flav. Yeah. I was gonna say put it around your calf, but that's better.
Could you imagine I go to the mall and I sam down the gun? I'm like, put this on the fucking chain.
Get like a
So it spins.
get like a headband and fucking tuck it into your headband.
Oh,
that'd be
yeah.
cool, dude. Yeah.
Like a fucking statement, too.
Yeah.
Look at this shit. So close.
That's this.
No, gun close to your head.
Oh
like that.
yeah, I was like, this is cool.
Yeah,
But
that,
yeah, you get the gun on your sweatband, dude. That'd
I
be
put
nice.
I put some nature on the TV because it's summertime.
That's nice. There was
We
like
should be outside.
There was like ancient buildings earlier. That was cool.
You know, like I was saying, I was kind of out of my ancient history phase and more of my Colorado history phase.
Yeah.
But
You should go visit some forts this summer, dude.
oh my god, a fort sounds exactly like what I need,
There's a
dude.
bunch of forts you can go visit.
I want to. That's what I. This is my fort. This is like I've been
This
saying.
kind
It's
of
like
is a
my
fort.
a defense from up here,
Yeah.
and I scan and I watch like on patrol like a knight
Yeah, you should. There's some forts we should go
or a
visit.
scout.
Yeah, I used to go to a fort. What was it called?
Collins?
I lived in no. I lived in La
That was out of all the crazy things we've said. Watch it.
No. Careful. No, there's a fort. But my dad lives in La Junta for a little while, which is like down south, and there was some fort down there.
La Junta?
La Junta, yeah.
That sounds like a Mexican ghost.
I never thought of that, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Isn't that the name of the album, Fish's first album? It's Junta.
Yeah, Junta, but isn't that Junta?
But it's spelled the same, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What if it's Hanta? And we've all just been saying it wrong.
Is that Fish's first album?
I mean, it's their first studio one.
I thought their first album was just called Fish.
It's
Oh,
the
I
white
forgot-
tapes.
I forgot I have a whole playlist called fucking Feeling Fishy, dude.
That's sick.
Oh man, that was definitely around the end of my marriage.
It takes so long to get through their discography because they have 1,000 live albums.
It's so annoying.
It's so funny.
You'd think Spotify would be able to
Filter that out.
Yeah.
Just do like live fish under one whole thing.
Rift, a picture of nectar, lawn boy. Yeah, Junta.
Rift is rad, dude.
I think it's supposed to be Junta. I don't know. But maybe it is Hunta.
La Junta.
But yeah.
Rift, if you look at the album art, there's every single song is in the
It's
out.
in that circle, right?
Yeah, it's like got the maze in there.
Yeah,
you got the
yeah.
knife. You got
Yeah, that shit's dope, dude.
way.
Is this what my friend? I love that song, dude.
It's really good.
That's my favorite Fish song. It's
Yeah?
my friend, yeah.
That was dope.
Either that or
Laura and I got him, my friend. I got one. I've gotten two.
they played that at the one Fish concert I've been to. They literally played every song I wanted them to play, dude. They played my friend.
That's so
They
sick.
played, what's the one on Joy? Stealing Along the Faulty Line.
Yeah.
which is very like U2-esque. But
Mhm.
they played that song. They played. I don't remember.
I remember you.
I remember being stoked over and over again, though.
I want to go through that set list. I just listened to the one Herman's Hideaway, which
that's
is
cool.
on Broadway.
Yeah,
It was their first time here at
and
90,
You've gone up there.
and I did a show there.
Yeah.
I did sound effects and I did stand up.
That's probably like my second open mic I ever did was there. And
At Herman's Hideaway?
yeah, and Robbie Camiso, remember Robbie?
Yeah, of
It
course.
was right after that Boulder shooting happened in Keene
Oh,
Seabers.
yeah.
Fucking Robbie goes up and he points at me and he's like, "The Boulder shooter's here, guys," and everyone laughed.
Everyone.
Yeah,
Nobody's stand up did well that night, but that one joke
I don't
probably
know. I'm
crushed.
sure I don't know. Who knows if I don't know. I'm sure I didn't do well. I don't
It was
know.
an open mic?
It was an open. It was like my second or third open mic.
Nah.
I mean,
It's a different world out here in Denver and comedy now.
It's way different, dude.
No Robbie.
Yeah, that's sad, dude.
It is a bummer.
Yeah.
While we're talking about fish, I feel like I should do this now. We've done on the podcast, it was a long going bit of Today in History.
Oh, yeah.
Well, today we're doing
Today in Fistory.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to call it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And my phone refreshed. God damn it, Reddit. But there is some things. There's also some exciting things about actually in history today. I had started there, and then I was like,
May 31st?
yes, today, May 31st, Saturday. It's a lovely day.
It is. It's hot, dude.
It's a little
I
warm.
don't need to get an air conditioner, dude. You're going to be sad.
We do have one.
Central unit?
Yeah, I just don't
okay.
turn it on because of the sound during the pod.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So we're getting sweaty for the boys watching this.
Yeah. You better fucking watch it.
Moist boys. That's what we're going to call this one. Damn
Boys,
it.
boys.
I lost it.
May 31st. I'm trying to think if I can think of anything that happened on May
There's a couple
31st.
goodies, dude. There's something going to make you laugh. What do you think Louis C.K. is going to... I think his opening bit's going to be, wow, all these fat people really made it up the stairs, huh? And then he's going to pull his dick out.
That'll probably be his first.
All right, I lost today in history.
Ah.
But I do have today in history.
Look in your Reddit history.
I was just there. That's what
Oh.
pisses me off. Is like I was... Yeah, I got to go down today's. See, I'm already 1 day old.
Just look up this day in
Top
fish history.
past 9 hour.
It's probably something to do with the festival, I imagine.
Yeah,
Is it when they got banned from Red Rocks?
oh, dude, how crazy is that? They're the only band that's banned.
No, isn't. I feel like someone else got banned.
Found it. Tuesday, in 2022, 3 years ago, they played Charleston, part of their spring tour. They did My Wife, or My Friend, My Friend.
Nice.
Yeah.
At the
They also did Sparkle,
okay.
which is off of that album, and it's
Yeah.
so fun. Laugh and fall apart.
Oh yeah, they're the only band. Oh, Jethro Tull.
Well, Jethro Tull, they
For
caused a
5
little
years.
riot. They banned rock concerts in general
Oh.
because of Tull.
Oh wow, I didn't read that far. Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
2011, they did an early summer tour. And let's look at the gap chart. It looks like their biggest gap on any of the songs was Drowned. They hadn't done that in 16 shows. And then they ended with Fire.
Hmm.
They hadn't done that in 29 shows. Not bad.
Hell
Not
yeah.
a killer show. Let's see. We got 2009. We got 85. Oh, my God. At the University of Vermont. They only did one set.
Bernie Sanders was there.
The Big Leg Emma.
Is that what the show's called? the venue?
Yeah.
Hmm.
What's the history there? It's only one song.
That's the only song they played?
Yeah. This show was a benefit of the Union of the Concerned Citizens, a group that worked with anti-apartheid forces to help pull UMV investments out of South Africa. Herbal tea was played at this, was also played at this show. It appears Big Leg Emma may have been played, but the set list is unknown. This is 40 years ago.
That's crazy.
It's dope, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I
guy's
love-
like 60 years old.
And the fact that people were there and they were, listen now on Fishing? No way. Oh, no, that one's not there. I was like, no way.
That's
Drink
cool.
it out of cups.
It's cool that there's so many recordings. Like, you can find like fan recordings of random concerts. I don't know.
Every single, on this app that I
Yeah.
use,
Yeah,
it's all of them ever.
that's cool.
I
This
mean,
is
you can
called
go back
Fishing?
to, Fishing. Isn't that funny?
Nice.
But yeah, if you want to go into, and they're done by the decades, you know, like the eras 1.0, 2.0.
And does it tell you if it's like it's a fan recording or if it's from the
Totally.
studio, from the board, or?
Yeah, and each one has its own, and you can go, oh, it's playing through that.
Hell yeah. Someone's enjoying it.
Probably not. But it's been fun. They're not bad.
Yeah. I mean, I
it's
think sometimes they would.
it's a taper.
Yeah, sometimes they would let fans plug into the.
They
board.
absolutely. It was a huge thing that Trey was like, people are gonna do it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to let them.
Yeah,
and in fact, this is how our music gets spread. I can't tell you how many times I've read people just be like, I didn't know who Fish was. I got a tape, and then listen to that tape until it didn't work again.
That's crazy. That's cool.
Yeah, it is. Well, and then I live in the era when I can listen to all of the shows ever, anytime that I want.
Yeah. Very spoiled.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we all are in so many ways, dude. You can jerk off to any race that you want to.
I think you've always been able to do that.
No. No, I think you didn't even know about certain races.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Now you can watch
knowledge.
them do anything to whatever race you want to watch them do it to.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful. It really is. You can eat food from any country, pretty much from in here in Denver.
Yeah.
You can eat food from all around the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Keep eating smash burgers.
Oh, man. I've been getting into history. I think trivia is just so fun.
Trivia is fun, dude.
And let's do today's trivia, and we'll finish out here.
Trivia or another day in history?
Another day in history.
Okay.
Well, it's a little both.
All right.
Today is Feast Day of Visitation.
Okay.
It's commemorating the visit of Mary, who was pregnant with Jesus, to Elizabeth, who was pregnant with John Baptist.
Yes.
As recorded in the Bible.
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's like when you find out that like George Carlin and
Richard Pryor. No, it would be.
Who was it? Was that the same?
Who would you say like who paved the way for George Carlin? What's that?
Well, didn't he
guy's
get
name?
arrested at a Lenny Bruce show?
Lenny
That's
Bruce.
what I'm thinking
whose
of.
name I was- yeah, Lenny Bruce.
They got arrested and put in the same squad car.
Yeah. That's probably good. I mean, it's not good.
George Carlin gave a fake ID.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He'd be against these real IDs, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, dude. That's just there's so much. Yeah.
But kind of cool. They were at the same place, same time.
Jesus and John the Baptist.
Yeah.
Oh, they're cousins.
What?
Yeah, Elizabeth is Mary's sister.
I got to read into this John guy. I was named after him.
Yeah, you should read about
It's a biblical name.
Yeah,
that
John,
I got.
John the Baptist. So like, so like John the Baptist is seen like and like a king would come to a city and they would like a herald would go first.
Oh, okay,
and would like prepare the way. Like sometimes what they would do is like they would flatten all the roads that the king was gonna
to make it super easy.
So John the Baptist was like a herald for Jesus.
Oh, hark the herald sing.
Yeah, so he started preaching like in the biblical perspective. He started preaching before Jesus.
He was spreading the word.
Yeah,
About Jesus?
No, he was telling people to repent because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The day of the Lord is coming, which is Judgment Day is coming.
Oh shit!
And then he says like someone greater than me is coming, and then he baptizes Jesus, and that's when like he does like this whole thing about how he's not worthy to baptize Jesus. But that's when, like, after he baptizes Jesus, that's when the Bible says that, like, a voice came down from heaven and said, "This is my son."
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like that's the opened up the.
Yeah, that's like the first few chapters of most Gospels.
Damn, that's what really sprouted. Like, that's when things got
that's the
kicked
beginning
off.
of his ministry. Yeah.
That's tight. Okay.
Yeah. And they were cousins.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So there's moms were sisters?
Yeah, it says when Mary came to Elizabeth that the baby inside of Elizabeth leaped with joy because she.
Wow. Yeah. Do you think that's crazy?
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty cool story. I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Damn. And it's called the Feast Day of Visitation.
Yeah, I mean that's a Catholic thing. So I'm not Catholic. But
speaking of,
but still, I mean, I don't. It's a good day.
It sounds like a one for the books.
Yeah,
that's some dope trivia.
Catholics and Orthodox just have like different things.
Lord was saying that Alexander the Great and Cleopatra
Yeah.
had sex?
Yeah. And John and Mark Anthony, yeah.
But
No. Cleopatra is descended from Alexander the Great. She had an affair with Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar,
Yeah.
that's who it
But
was.
because that's why people, like.
But that's like finding out that like fucking Trey went to Grateful Dead concerts, and that's where he got inspired to play Antelope or something like that.
So
That's crazy.
That's why, like, because sometimes whenever a Cleopatra movie comes out, everyone gets upset because some people will say, why is she not black, and then she'll be black, and some people get mad because she was, like, historically she wasn't black, because what happened was Alexander the Great conquered all these nations, and then when he died, his 4 generals took over. They're from Macedonia, which is North Greece.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not Africa, but he conquered Egypt.
Yeah, it's that area. It's like
yeah.
where they're halal in that area, right?
Yeah.
Macedonia?
That I wouldn't use that, but
No. Okay.
So he conquered. When he died, Alexander the Great split up his empire between his 4 generals, and Ptolemy got Sinai, Israel, and Egypt.
Really?
And so Cleopatra is descended from Ptolemy, and she was actually
in charge of Egypt.
Yes, they became pharaohs, but actually Cleopatra was the first person in the Ptolemy.
That's why she didn't get pregnant, because they pull out of me.
Yeah, that's good. I think she did get pregnant.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn!
But,
They didn't. Polygamy didn't work.
But she was the first. She was the first one who learned to speak Egyptian and learned how to read hieroglyphics and like practice their religion.
I didn't know that.
All of that line of people. So they weren't even. She wasn't Egyptian. She was Macedonian.
But
her family probably intermarried with Egyptians. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, but she's descended from Alexander the Great, and then she had an affair with Julius Caesar and Mark Anthony.
That's great.
Who were both, I don't know what Mark Anthony's status was, but he wasn't Caesar, but I think he was trying to be.
Damn,
but
dude.
they were set against each other for sure.
That's crazy that those major people from history were
all right there
touching uglies.
They were doing more than touching them.
That's like Kanye and Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And Ray J.
Yeah, exactly. He tried to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, then you get stabbed in the back. And
they just get obsessed with Jews.
Suck your cousin's dick or whatever.
Geez.
How about that, dude? That's crazy, because that's a white guy thing, I feel like. It's definitely not a black dude thing.
I mean, I don't want to. It definitely is.
Right?
Yeah. No, it is. Like,
black dudes are doing that too?
There's a lot of abuse in every culture.
Yeah, but I feel like incest is a white people thing. I feel like it's just something we own. I thought. Maybe we took that too.
I was going to say not my family, but my aunt and uncle are second cousins. So.
It's something it's our bread and butter, dude.
It kind of is our bread and butter. I think everyone's just, do what you got to do.
Laura? What do you think about
what do you think about black people and incest?
Kanye
People good, incest bad.
Yeah, that's the right answer right there. Don't ask Kanye.
Yeah, for real. He's really stuck in the
I don't know. I think it's probably true. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it is. Yeah. Who would sing about it if it wasn't, I guess?
The same person whose next song was called Hail Hitler.
Yeah. Have you listened to it?
Like 10 seconds.
It's my ringtone.
I believe it. That's your walkout music.
It is like very catchy.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it enough to catch on because I don't want to sing it.
Well, if you just have like one of the most master,
but he recently
producers.
What do you call it? Is it tweeting? He recently X'd that he's done with anti-Semitism.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank God. That was my least favorite era.
Yeah, the anti-Semite Kanye.
Well, the next album is going to be Semite Dropout.
Let's see if he's tweeted any.
That's a good one, right? I'm not even a Kanye. I've never listened to a single song.
You've never listened
but
to a
there's
single
College
Kanye
Dropouts an album, right?
Yes.
I nailed that, dude.
Let's see if he's
Temple Dropout.
Shopify is currently holding $4 million of mine. That's his most recent tweet.
Shopify?
Never speak to me like I'm not special.
Oh, damn.
Shit.
I feel that way.
Me too, dude.
How many of Kanye's tweets do you relate to?
We shouldn't say. I will say when, because he, maybe I shouldn't say this, but when he like first, like around the time when he went on Joe Rogan, when he first like started being fucking
weird.
insane,
Do you remember?
I actually felt like I related a lot to Kim Kardashian at that moment because I
Oh,
I felt
watching
like I was experiencing the same thing.
your person just
Yeah,
go off the deep end.
yeah.
That is,
Uh,
that's crazy. And I bet that is like
sometimes
hard to watch.
Sometimes you gotta manifest that pussy. That's,
putting man and pussy in the same sentence.
yeah.
God damn it. He is a lyricist.
Share love.
Oh,
I
that's
simply
sweet.
He FaceTime his kids, so that's why he's done with anti-Semitism. Yeah, I'm done with anti-Semitism. I love all people.
Yes, dude.
God forgive me for the pain I've caused.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, dude.
I got Kanye. I got room for Kanye back in my heart now.
You, even though you've never listened to him.
No, yeah, I like that he's on this character story. You know,
You-
SpongeBob has a character story in each episode.
Yeah, just like Kanye.
Kind of.
But I will say this: knowing what we know about his cousin.
Oh, yeah, SpongeBob got.
Remember?
Oh.
Yeah, SpongeBob. That was probably consensual. Let's be honest. But Kanye, right? Knowing that this is something that's happened in his life, supposedly. Remember when he got super upset at South Park because of him being a gay fish?
Yeah.
Because he likes fish sticks.
Yeah.
It makes so much more sense now that would upset him.
You're right.
Because it's when it happens, it's like, why is this upsetting you so much? And
But
it's
that's
like, because he was sucking dicks.
yeah.
Because he's a gay fish for real. That's why it's upsetting him so much.
Because he is a gay fish.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Doesn't that, when you're looking back, you're like, when you connect those two things, and remember how enraged he was that they made that joke about
It was
him?
like, don't say I've ever done that.
And now it's like, oh, well, that
wow.
makes sense. Yeah.
It's like when Dana freaks out about being called gay.
yeah. Or hitting a woman.
Yeah, I think that if we get a new album and it's Gay Loves Everybody, and
Gay
it's
Loves
just like
Everybody.
him on a apology tour, I could see him being
He's gonna go around here wearing a yarmulke now.
Pope in like 5 years. Yeah, watch, dude.
Pope Kanye. What would his Catholic name be? His baptism. Oh shit. His baptism.
Oh, like Pope.
Yeah, Pope. I don't know. I don't know enough about Pope names.
Me neither. Pope West, I guess.
Pope West.
That's my best guess. Today in history, we got to do a couple more.
Okay.
Kafifi.
Kafifi. What is this?
Trump sent
the coffee.
yes
Yeah.
a tweet. About 5 hours later, Trump deleted the tweet and sent out another one asking people what they thought Kafifi could mean.
Did you see that because they're getting rid of Elon Musk and they gave him like a key?
He's
to the
out?
White House? Yeah, but did you see one of the reasons they're
The
saying?
world has changed since we've been podcasting.
Yeah, they're saying one of the reasons why though is because like he's like become dependent on ketamine, and he has also been experimenting with psychedelic mushrooms a lot.
Seriously?
Yeah, and so then a couple of days ago in the White House they had the thing about him leaving, and Trump gave him a key to the White House, and Musk is just like,
Just looking all around, tripping out.
just-
What if it's like the Ari Shafir
nah.
pretending, like acting? Do you remember when Ari
Yeah.
slipped the acid
Yeah, pretend like he
to
took
the
it.
other person
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then acted high for?
I don't think it doesn't look like that.
I mean, it's troll behavior.
True.
That's troll behavior.
Like he heard that report, so he decided to act like that.
Yeah, start staring around like you're
And he
high.
had a black eye.
Really?
Yeah, he said his son hit him in the face.
Oh, fuck. That's crazy.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that would cause a black eye, but he had and it looked like he had a bruise around his mouth too. But
What if he's got a pimp out there? What if it's Donald Trump?
I'm sure he's into super weird shit.
What if Donald Trump, like, slapped him around a little?
Maybe.
It's like, hey, get it together, you fucking South African.
JD Vance probably slapped him.
Yeah, true. I do think he's definitely the kind of guy.
Yeah.
And then
Marco
he puts on
Rubio.
makeup on him like he wears.
JD Vance wears
Yeah,
makeup.
doesn't it look like he wears mascara?
Yeah, it's emo.
He looks emo.
Remember, he was an emo kid. He said he was an emo kid.
Really?
Yeah, he grew up. I mean, he grew up in Ohio. So what other choice do you have?
True. It is emo central. Midwest emo is like the best. That's.
Ohio is for lovers.
Do you think he'll ever do that thing that the Miami Heat player, the basketball player, did, where he like comes out and his hair's all across?
The emo Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
He should. There's I think there's pictures of that.
Of emo JD Vance.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He should, dude. I mean,
to get the emo vote. Nobody's going for that.
No one's trying to get the emo vote, dude.
But
I think
this
that's the problem.
whole country's full of sad boys.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing right now. I refuse to raise one, dude.
You refuse to raise a sad boy?
Yeah.
Me too. Actually.
No cutting corners. No cutting themselves.
Yeah.
None of that.
I'm like an Asian parent, dude. You have to get A's.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. I think that's good.
His teachers told me that he, well, this is real life, but Ben's teachers told me that he could be, like, he could be in like gifted and like advanced classes, but he doesn't
Want to do the work.
Yeah. I don't.
It's totally work. I think that's the thing that like kids don't realize is that like, no, this is the effort that you have to put in right now.
Yeah.
Like it's like training for basketball. It's like, it's like, it's not supposed to be fun.
Right.
And it's actually kind of a bummer, but this is actually like the thing you're doing now so that in 8 years, you know how to have an effort.
Yeah.
It is kind of definitely, I was that way. I didn't do any extracurriculars. I didn't do anything I didn't have to do.
Yeah.
And I do regret that a lot. Like even just like band.
Yeah.
I was like, any extra thing I think makes you a smarter. It gives you the experience. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I wish I hadn't stopped playing basketball in school.
Really?
Yeah.
You wish you hadn't
Yeah.
stopped? Oh, I thought you said you wish you had to stop. I was like,
I wish
why?
I hadn't have, because I had to choose because they were gonna drug test everybody, and then if you failed, then you didn't get to play. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna stop smoking weed. So I guess I won't play basketball.
I ball, but also I live that
I'm
life.
gonna be stoned.
Yeah. Ball is life, but also stone is life.
Yeah, dude, I made a choice that day.
It was either court or court.
Yeah, exactly. And it did end up being court.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Fuck with the basketball. I forgot.
Okay.
Do you want to do a little more history?
Sure, give me one more.
Sick. You got to get going.
I don't know. I gotta be down there by 5:30.
Okay, so you got a little bit.
Yeah.
This is a good one. Jimi Hendrix joins the army.
Oh, nice.
May 31st, 1961. And that's when
crazy.
Fish did Fire.
61?
Yeah, how cool is that? They did Fire. That's a fucking Hendrix song.
Yeah.
Fucking Fish Trey's the man.
Jimi Hendrix dope. Jimi Hendrix is the greatest of all time, in my opinion.
It's questionable, dude.
I don't think it's questionable.
Or at least it's like one of the people.
Who would you put up there with him? That you
David Bowie.
For a guitar player?
Oh, no.
I was talking strictly guitar.
Probably like,
Because think about I
know that is a good question.
because like you could say like Jack White.
Eric Clapton.
You could say Eric Clapton would disagree with you. But you could say
But that's what the best guitarist would say.
But Eric Clapton would say that Jimi Hendrix is better.
Sure.
But like the sound that Jack White makes with his guitar, I feel like is the sound that Jimi Hendrix was trying to make with his guitar.
What about Wes
sometimes.
Borland?
Wes Borland, yeah. From Limp Bizkit.
He makes a sound that's never heard before.
Wes Borland's a good guitar player.
I totally agree. He's one of the greatest.
Yeah, Tom Morello.
I think there
From
are
Rage.
arguments for different people. I can see why.
But what would I think the argument? Now maybe this is an argument from silence, but like, what would Jimi Hendrix playing guitar? Because we heard what he sounded like in like 67, 68, 69, you know?
Yeah.
What would Jimi Hendrix playing guitar like sound like now. Because he was
Yeah.
already making sounds that was like...
What about Santana?
Santana's a great guitar player.
I would say Santana's...
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, like those. I mean, what is it like? Frampton Comes Alive. Peter Frampton.
Yeah.
Like I think there
Jimmy
are
Page.
people that are
Randy Rhoads.
known specifically because of their
they-
guitarist.
But those guys all play like Jimi Hendrix.
You think so?
Yeah.
What about John Fogerty?
I
Creedence, dude.
don't know.
Creedence Clearwater
But
Revival.
that's from that era. And so like Jimi Hendrix at that time was his sound on his guitar.
Yeah.
The sound that he was making was
What about Jerry?
so different. No, come on, man. Maybe if they're playing bluegrass.
You know my first.
Oh, Billy Strings. I would like to know what Billy Strings sounds like with an all electric album. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if that's ever a goal of his.
I bet you he does like a metal album.
You think so?
He likes hardcore. Like
What if
he likes his? I think his favorite band is Knocked Loose or whatever they're called.
King Gizzard and Billy
Moses
Strings
Lizard.
album?
That'd be cool, dude.
I mean, I could see it.
Yeah.
Where it's like the super group.
That'd be dope.
It's like when Marilyn Manson and Korn toured together or
Yeah,
whatever. You know
yeah.
what I mean? It's just like the two biggest of that.
That's when it all went downhill for Korn.
Not when they had Big J Okerson
According
opening.
to- yeah, that was rock bottom. Marilyn Manson was the star, and Big J hosting for their tour was rock bottom.
I think that's what was the name of their cruise. It was like Rock
Was that their cruise or was
Shiprock?
it Family Values?
Shiprock or
Because
something.
their festival tour, their tour and festival was Family Values.
Yeah, Family Values was the tour for sure.
And that's the
it had
first-
like Papa Roach on there.
Yeah, that's the
and
first concert I ever went to.
Mike Hem would do that.
Yeah, it was Korn, Evanescence, which got booed the whole time.
Bring Me to Life,
And then
dude.
it was and then it was Flyleaf was there, like early Flyleaf. Five Finger Death Punch was there before they before they were popular. They were like on
Yeah.
the side stage.
That's sick.
Hell Yeah, remember Hell Yeah? It's Pantera and Mudvayne
Oh, but because the one dude.
got shot on stage.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Trivium was there.
It was a fan. It was like
Yeah.
a crazed super fan.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of like, as much as we talk about like artists are crazy now, at least they're just Nazis.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true. I mean, Pantera, they're kind of also Nazis.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, you ever seen Phil Anselmo doing his? Like, he literally does the fucking goose step.
No
Fucking-
way.
Oh, damn. Whoops.
Not that TikTok dance.
Yeah. that was his name.
That was funny. I feel like if you have a song called "Cowboy from Hell,"
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's a Nazi.
Right.
Right.
And then Black Label Society.
Yeah.
They were originally called. I think they were originally called Pride and Glory, which is like.
Oh, it sounds very
Southern, like phrase.
It sounds it.
Yeah. Soil and blood. That's
It's
what-
like a band being called like River to the Sea.
Yeah. Yeah. or the Reich.
Yeah. The third
Third Reich from the sun.
third right from this. Nice, dude. Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. Dude.
that
There's
was the
title,
right
dude.
answer.
There's the title, dude.
Yeah, let's wrap her up.
All right, dude.
We're gonna end up doing another 2 hours or
Yeah.
something. This was fun,
Hell yeah,
man.
dude.
I'm glad you came through.
Yep. Fuck
I
yeah.
have to figure out what I'm gonna do with my day. We're gonna go to I think we're gonna go to the Denver Way.
What is this?
It's the 16th Street Mall. They've rebranded it,
So it's just 16th Street.
but it's the Denver Way.
Dude, they spent $100,000 on that, and then the next day announced that the city was in like a $2 trillion debt. that they're gonna have to put city employees on furlough to make up for the city's debt.
my god!
Isn't that crazy?
Oh,
No one gives a fuck about 16th Street anymore. Like, I don't understand.
and
Like,
it's not like Denver doesn't take a gigantic amount of taxes from us.
right.
We give so much in state taxes, and I mean, Florida doesn't even have fucking state taxes.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
Yeah.
And they make everything work.
Yeah, dude. I don't.
The amount of weed that's purchased here, and that's taxed so heavily,
Yeah.
and groceries. Like, if I buy a fucking SD card, I give the government $5.
This is off topic,
I don't
just
know.
because I've been going to different dispensaries because I had tax money.
Nice.
Nothing pisses me off more when you go to a dispensary that doesn't show you the price after tax.
Oh yeah.
Where you're like, oh, it's $60 an ounce, right? And they're like, yes. And they ring you out and they're like $89.
No,
it's
yeah.
like, what, bitch? Like,
Dude,
no, I'm not paying $20, $30 more dollars.
the spot I go to, they say OTD out the door.
Right.
That's the price for out the door.
That's how much. That's what they should show you.
Exactly.
That shit pisses me off so much. I'll tell
You-
them if they haven't. I was like, oh, I'm not.
I can't
I'm
do
not
that.
paying
I can't afford
$30
that.
More. Yeah.
Yeah,
put it
sorry.
Back. Yeah.
No, totally. Yeah, I totally agree. Why would you pay for? I love the whole. If you don't feel comfortable with something, being able to tell somebody like, "I'm sorry, I don't want this."
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Because people will do that at the coffee shop every now and then, where they're like, "Oh shit, can I do it with this thing?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
I'm always okay with
Yeah.
doing what you want. I'm not gonna charge you crazy amounts for something if you don't want to spend $8. I got you.
Yeah.
The fucking dispensaries though, I go to certain ones that I pay certain amounts.
Yeah.
I do here. I've been skateboarding in the dispensary, and there's nothing like.
That's probably cool.
I swear, like 15-year-old me would just high five me
He's
so hard.
excited.
Like, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And you drink a beer on the way? No way.
Yeah, that's good.
It's cold. It wasn't just out of the garage from your dad's
Sneaking it.
stash. Yeah, of beers that he took out of the fridge. So they've been sitting in there.
You would stop taking them.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, we used to be savages. And then I had a mini fridge in my room, and I figured out how to like build a thing that it looked like it was the full fridge, and you just had to like pull it a little bit, and you would knock down and realize there was a whole hiding compartment for
That's crazy.
beers in there.
Wow.
Well, because my dad would go in and check all the time.
Of course.
But it wasn't like I was like
Dude,
drinking liquor and like being nuts or going crazy. I wasn't like puking or anything. I just loved the beer. I just loved the.
So speaking of checking in your kids' rooms, so I went in. I can't remember. Oh, because my mom has been taking to. So my mom drinks Coca-Cola, and I don't drink Coca-Cola.
That used to be your old
and I
vice,
don't
dude.
drink it because I stopped. And
Yeah,
so
I know.
She started taking it into her room because she knows how many cans are in her box. You know what I mean? And so then she would come home and there'd be like 4 less cans of Coke. And so I was like, well, I'm not.
It's
drinking.
not you, yeah.
And so I went into my son's room, and I lifted up his bed, and there's literally like 12 Coke cans, and in this bucket he has like a hamburger.
What?
That literally he didn't want to finish it, but it was literally probably like one more bite of hamburger.
Oh, it was just
And then
last hit of it was the roach.
There was still meat in there.
It was the
So
roach.
It wasn't just like bread. You know what I mean? It was like one like good bite of hamburger.
Yeah.
And then like the French fries that he did, and then he just put it in this bucket and hid it because he didn't want to eat it, and put it underneath his bed. And I found it, dude. I fucking lost my mind. I was like, what the fuck?
You're drinking Coke and just throwing fries down here? What the hell is going on?
I was like, I want you to.
This is
understand.
raccoon
I
lifestyle.
was like, this is one of the most, because I cooked that hamburger. And I was like, I want you to understand, like, this is one of the most disrespectful things anyone has ever done to me. I was like, you can't take your food. It's for one thing, it's one bite.
Yeah.
You could've finished
Come
it.
on, tap it out.
But
Finish him.
You hit it so that you wouldn't have. And I was like, dude, I'm so.
Yeah, don't try to be sneaky.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. You can't be sneaky around me, dude. I'm not the one.
Plus burgers, that was the one, dude.
Yeah, dude. I make great burgers.
Yeah.
I was pissed, dude. I was really mad.
It sounds like you were a chef who was genuinely offended.
Well, I was. I literally was.
It is something when you make something funny for somebody, dude.
Dude,
You're like,
when you don't even know, but you will soon. When you're fucking working all day long, and then you're like, all right, in this 30 minutes between, I have to go do this and this. I'm going to go to the store, so that when we come back home from doing this, I can cook dinner for 45 minutes. And then someone puts it underneath their bed so they don't have to eat it. Dude, what? I'll lose my mind, dude.
That's so
I
funny.
did. I looked at him right. I said, "This is the most disrespected I've ever felt, and I've been cheated on."
And I'm a single father.
Yeah, I've done 26 roast battles, and this is the worst I've ever felt.
That's so funny, dude. Might have a roast battle team or at least roast battle is going to be contributing somehow to the basketball thing, the cancer
cool.
cross up.
Hell yeah.
I think is what it's called. And I was like, instantly, I got a head coach.
Sammy
Dylan
Anser
Cantor is our head coach.
All right, I want
I
to.
threw you in there.
I want to play.
Yeah, you gonna hoop?
Yeah, I did last year. We won. My team won the championship.
Then how are we not getting? I should send that specifically.
We had Jeff Tice and fucking Elon Stribling on my team, but
Jeff
Tice
is
can fucking dunk.
no shit. Well, and Eland is tall.
And he's good at basketball too.
Well, he is.
He played at a Frozone
tall.
costume.
He loves fishing. I was thinking if we ever asked him, honestly, I was like, dude, can you take me and Dylan out fishing? We'll do the setup. We'll do the recording. We'll figure out all the stuff. You can be our guest.
Yeah.
And we just get to do the thing that you love to do.
That'd be cool.
We were talking about fishing earlier. I was really thinking about that. I was thinking it would be really cool. Even with the kids, I almost wanted to say it's going to be tragic if you do it, but introducing them to Steve Irwin could be a big deal.
They've met him. My kids have met Elon at the basketball
No.
game.
Oh. Steve Irwin, the actual Australian.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're gonna,
Like
dig him up or something?
Showing the crocodile hunter because they're into the fishing. They're
I should
into
get them to watch that.
That's what I was. Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Not actually, I thought you meant like we're gonna go on a pilgrimage to his tomb or something.
No, with all the.
I hate to tell you this, but
it's going to be sad to eventually get
died.
to that part. Yeah.
Should I just start it without them knowing he dies?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, let it be like finding out that your Firefly gets canceled or whatever your favorite TV show is.
That would be kind of funny.
Yeah,
When
no.
they're just like, how come there's no more episodes?
Actually,
Remember when he said he was gonna go find a stingray?
how do you feel about Bindi?
Yeah. You know his wife's never gotten married again.
Dude, but you were talking about the personality, the catching the fish, the taking care of, that's like, I mean, watching those old clips is the greatest in the world. He was the man.
He was the man. Dude.
The way he would just like, I was watching one the other day, he was riding through his like sanctuary, his safari, and he's like, stops and he's like, oh my God, these beds are having a tiffy at each other. And he jumps off his thing and he starts yelling at him. He's like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
He's like grabbing his hands and he just picks them up. They're birds and animals, but they let them and he's just like speaking with them.
Yeah.
All right, if you have to be put in the other corner, I'll put you in the other corner. We'll settle this one way or the other. He's like,
funny, dude.
so cool.
I should direct them towards stuff like that instead of fucking whatever this jackass's name is.
Brain rot.
Brain rot, dude.
That's all it is.
Every time I see YouTube on, unless it's something I'm watching, I'm like,
It kills me. I will literally open up one of those apps like a TikTok or a Reels or one of those things, and then it'll be 30 minutes later, and I'll look around and I'm like, fuck, the sun's gone.
That's the worst feeling, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Or you just get lost in fucking videos.
Scrolling, and it hits each time. You're like, what's the next one going to be? It feels like the lottery.
Yeah.
Like roulettes, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
All
well,
right,
fuck
dude.
brain rot, dude.
Yep.
Listen to podcasts instead.
Yeah, that's not brain rot at all.
Well, I hope most people don't actually watch this. I hope most people just listen.
Yeah. Listening's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't do much for the visuals.
Skateboard while you listen to this.
Yeah, how cool would that be?
Yeah.
Throw it on at like the park and just make a bunch of kids listen.
Yeah.
A couple of rollerbladers.
Yeah.
We made some rollerblade references earlier.
Did we? Oh,
yeah,
JoJo?
I was telling him JoJo should move to Miami because in Miami they have ATMs that you can literally rollerblade through. Like how there's like car ports for ATMs.
They have ones for rollerblades.
Yeah, because it's just like a thing out there.
It's a place made for JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo's and Cubans and divorced wives, divorced husbands.
Yeah.
It's like a fuck fest down there, dude.
Old Jewish people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Like, I just thought there was Jays everywhere.
No.
But that's a hotbed.
Yeah.
I didn't know being down there.
They like to go in all places that they don't belong.
Tropical paired others.
Yeah.
Well, I think that I can't believe Cleopatra and Julius Caesar had sex.
Oh yeah, and Mark
That-
Anthony. Don't forget Mark Anthony. He's been forgotten enough.
No, I couldn't forget.
Yeah.
I just think that that like we learned about Jesus a little bit today.
That's what I'm here for, dude.
I tell you, I'm in my history phase.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
This has been fun. It's hard to end,
Yeah.
but we'll be back next week.
Yep.
I already told somebody I can't do something because I think we'll make it
We
happen
start
next
getting
week.
some guests on again.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. All right. Goodbye.
Mark Anthony's next week.
Yeah, Mark Anthony and Julius Caesar next week.
We could do a whole history
They're
episode
gonna-
too.
Let's do it, dude.
I'm down.
I'm so down.
I hate that I lost that hip hop,
Oh yeah, our hip hop conspiracy
Iceberg, yeah.
Fuck, dude.
but we'll do something. Let's do something history.
Yeah, let's do it, dude.
Maybe we'll bring on somebody who isn't
I want to bring on
the same person we're thinking of that knows a lot about history in the Denver comedy scene.
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll find somebody.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, say goodbye.
Recreational
Goodbye.
outrage.